Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Sarcastic Barman. Welcome to the channel. That's a bit different. Upstairs is very different. It's been a busy January. Roll the intro and we'll talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Sarcastic Bomb and welcome back to the channel. Yes, it's been a long time. It's been a very quiet January for you all with no me being loud and annoying. But we're back. Refurb pub. New wally things, new shells, new windows, new carpet, new stuff on the stairs, entire walls gone, entire toilets ripped out, pool table on its way. Lots and lots of changes here at Casa El Barmano. Yeah, that'll fucking do. I could just say the mill, because everyone knows what the fucking pub's called anyway, but it sounded better. But I suppose we better get on with a video of stupid. Oh, I'm not sure which video of stupid we're actually going to do. I'm going to clip this, pour a pint, and then decide. It's stupid or very stupid. You'll find out in a moment.
Steampunk was real.
Now, if this had been anyone else in the world making that statement, you go, you're a little bit crazy, but you want to think steampunk was real? That's fine. This is Hans Wormhat, known for his legendary tales of that shark be actor, that gorilla be man in suit, that country known as Australia is not real, nor is that wombat. But apparently, steampunk was real. Planes aren't real, but steampunk was. Lovely.
And by that I mean there really was a point in the Victorian era where there was all sorts of high-tech gadgetry about. And even just commonplace random people might have all sorts of high-tech gadgetry on them. And I want to keep this video really quick.
Really quick? This video is 14 minutes long. And you made a second part. That's not really quick. My response is only going to be like 14 minutes to the entire fucking video, which is also 14 minutes. You watch now, it'd be fucking 20 minutes. Fuck's sake.
Because it's so easy to go off on tangents and look at a million pictures of, just go look at old pictures of the old world. It's so beautiful.
Just checking. Do you... Yeah, we'll clip this. Don't forget to clip. Just checking, Mr. Hat. Do you not want to look at pictures now and go on a tangent because the pictures might look like this? Or this? Or this? Or, ooh, I fancy a cup of tea. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, that none of them seem to have any form of steampunkery going on about them. I mean, no giant goggly hats, no weird contraption-y things, no steam backpacks that help them walk faster, you know, anything we expect from steampunk-esque sort of stuff. Just pointing that out, because there were cameras in the Victorian era.
And look at how old things already were in times past, and how empty everything was, because it explains everything.
Nope, I checked. Those cups were definitely full.
And it has to do with resets, which is just another topic that is just so interesting. Yeah, there's resets in history where they kill off a lot of people and they completely fabricate history again.
Ah, it's one of those videos. Everything's a great reset, nothing's real, history's fake, but steampunk is real. But not that plane. That plane's fucking fake.
So, I feel like this was a long time ago, where I didn't have as many puzzle pieces put together then. But I said the Victorian era probably stands for being victorious.
Victorian era because they were victorious. Right. Okay, so the Tudor period was because they were Tudorous. The Georgian period because they were all called Dave. The fucking... You haven't got all the puzzle pieces, that's definitely for sure. I think you've got the box the puzzle came in. Unfortunately, it's obviously got no fucking picture on it for you.
They like to hide the truth in plain sight and just be on the nose like that. And they probably were victorious in something. And it's one of those situations where the winner rewrites history.
Well, the Victorians were victorious in one thing, helping to abolish stupidity. Because in 1844, Parliament passed an act saying that children working in factories had to attend 6 half days of school per week. Not sure how good the education was going to be. It's probably just here's some basic reading and basic maths. The things that most flat earthers lack, which is why they lie and can't do sums. But never mind.
But anyways, one of the thing about resets is that there's all sorts of huge buildings left around, and they have to quickly scramble to rewrite history, to dig the old buildings out of them. I mean, okay, so I'm not even saying mud floods. Some resets, sure, maybe they have to do that, but...
No, I'm not saying there's a mud flood, but fucking mud floods.
Of course, what they tell us is history is a bunch of BS, and everybody should be entitled to their own opinions. And when everybody has their own opinions, and a bunch of smart people are out there sharing their own opinions, and they start aligning on things, that's when you can start to unravel a better idea of what probably happened.
Now, the problem is, your opinion means fuck all if you haven't got any evidence to back it up. A bit like Flat Earth, there's no evidence to support it, and in fact there's fuck ton of evidence to disprove it. Joys. But as for this huge alternative history and reset thing you have, it doesn't work. Because people are in prison, oh yeah, there might have been a reset here or there, and there were people alive. There were other people there apart from the people in charge of the reset. Does they're this giant magical gun that erases everyone's minds at the time, or they just kill off a load and tell the rest, oh, if you don't do as you're told, we're going to kill you. Well, we have diaries from the time and books, unless you're saying every single book has been rewritten in the entire world. The level of stupidity and complexity of your theories make no fucking sense. Oh, we have to dig out this building and find a use for it. What? The church, which seems to be in perfect nick and has got carvings and books and pictures and things. They redid all of that in what? Couple of weeks, couple of months? Because if it's a couple of years, people are going to start talking about it. It just shows that your puzzle is missing all the pieces. You just have this puzzle box that says Great Reset on the front. You're like, yes, I don't have any pieces, but yes, this is the thing. No, it's fucking not.
On with the video. So, yeah, what steampunk is it was right after the reset, when they go back into the cities and they start rummaging around through all the old stuff left in the basements and they dust it off and they see if they can get working again. Steampunk is when people literally were just carrying around all sorts of gadgets that they found in the old buildings that were left around after a reset.
Hang on. So in your worldview of the reset, they take every single book, manuscript, diary, painting, drawing, anything that can show the previous cycle, and they destroy it all. But they leave the magical gadgety things that give people magic, weird gadgety things in the basements. Did no one check the basements? So in theory, these things were found. We should find them now? We could go on an archaeological dig and go and dig up some old Victorian houses and find some of these magical equipment-y things that they've got. Or in Victorian rubbish dumps when they've stopped working and these people don't know how to fix them because all the books have been destroyed. We could find them. Oh yeah, no one's ever found any, have they? No. That would be like evidence to support your claim, wouldn't it? Oh, and as we already know, you don't deal with anything that's got any evidence for it. Hence why you say these things don't exist, but this does. the fucking stupid logic of this is, it's mind-boggling, mate. Fair play, you've really fucking brightened my day.
Let's get into the other pictures. I think I explained my main theory though. Steampunk was a real time. Steampunk was a real time when the cities were very sparsely populated.
Why have you got a plague doctor fancy dress costume picture to support your thing of steampunk? There are plenty Victorian era photos online and in archives you can go and look at. You could even go to a museum and actually ask about their original prints, and if you actually wanted to do proper research, you don't have to do it all online. You could go. They might be a bit weird, some random person saying, I want to see your original negatives from Victorian pictures or things like that. But you could actually find shit out. You know, talk to some universities that might have access to these things. Befriend some people who actually know what they're talking about. Because I don't. I'm just sat here drinking. I don't fucking give a toss. But, yeah, never mind.
And there were so many buildings. Basically, all of the buildings in these cities were already there. And the populations were just so low. And it would have been a crazy time to live. I don't know.
Are you, like, confusing the time after, say, the Black Death with steampunky Victorianness? Because that would explain the plague doctor and your thought of the cities being almost empty and no one is about, blah, 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 blah. Because in that case, why would you go and live in the city? You'd stay out in the country where you can grow the food. High-density population centres only work if there's a good infrastructure there to supply food. I'm not re-recording that, because I'll never get those words out again. So, yeah, and what's your evidence to support this? I are seeing some steampunk pics, therefore Great Reset?
The history just looks so ridiculous when you go back and look at it now, if you go and look at the pictures and...
Show us what pictures you mean then. Give us an insight into how your brain is putting these things together, because look... I'm at like 12 minutes. I haven't got long. I had 14 minutes on this fucking video, so I'm going to scroll through and find these pictures of yours.
But here you go. This is like a... You know how they got to make it crazy? What the media does is sensationalize thing. And then say, look how crazy this is.
Because it is crazy. To think that that would be some kind of robotic arminess is fucking crazy, mate. You are actually crazy. Next picture.
I think it's interesting that airships come up a lot, and I'm not going to get into it just because doesn't airship stuff comes up a lot with Old World and Tartaria.
That's not a photo. It's not a real picture. Airships, hot air balloon and air travel at the time of Victorians was a good thing, so it's something good to associate with steampunk that we associate with that sort of time because it's a sci-fi fucking fantasy genre shit.
Here you go. They got to make it sexy.
You and I have a very different appeal of sexy. Because that was a guy with a robotic arm, a hat, a full mask, and a gun. Now, if that turns you on, I'm not going to question that. But, yeah. Okay. Next photo, please.
So let's get to this, like this. So, in my opinion, this classifies as steampunk because... I believe whatever story they tell you, I don't even care. Usually I just reject it at face value. But my personal opinion is that...
Telescopes be steampunk! Yeah! Because telescopes are awesome. Why do people make telescopes if we live on a flat earth and a dome, by the way? Just wondering that. And these people you say were stupidly advanced. Who knows? We're also at the 14-minute mark, so I'll leave this as the cut the shut up and fuck off video bit. If you just reject any sort of thing you're being told just because someone's telling it you, regardless, that is personal bias. It's not an opinion, it's just personal bias and you being a dick, basically. Because that just shows that no matter what someone's going to tell you, present you with evidence, things like that, you're going to ignore it because your opinion doesn't like it. You know, they had, like, zoos in the Victorian era with, like, lions and tigers and bears, oh my, and elephant hunting and all that shit. Yeah, those animals that you say aren't real. For fuck's sake, you were just Of all the things for you to pick that are real, this has got to be the stupidest one. Yes, steampunk is real and so is flat earth. No, that's fucking moronic, mate. Jesus, what a video to start the fucking year on for myself. Christ. Right, gonna leave it there because I said about 14 minutes. I think that'll do. I am not doing the part 2 because it's just going to be the same stupid shit as you just covered, isn't it? Yeah. Fuck that shit. Right, there will be a pub tour video coming soon. But yeah, I redid some of my bar. We had new shelves, new woody bits and all that jazz. Hope you all like it. Hopefully we'll see some of you to come and see all the new stuff as you slowly make your pilgrimages down here again. But I've been the Sarcastic Bowman. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Big shout out to our members, patrons, everyone who makes these videos possible. A huge thank you to members and patrons. If you're still here after a month of me not doing videos, thank you very much. I will have to have a check and see how many of you are still here because I feel bad. Oh, but thank you very much. Good night.